Okay everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel today. We're back on GT Sport and we're back with a daily race B trio of races. So we've got 3 races here taking part in the BMW M4. So you might have seen me doing this live on stream. I decided to go back and try and get some really good race content for you to watch. Now, it did take me a while to find 3 very good races, but we managed to get there in the end. One thing I want to try and do on the channel is try and make sure these races are really worthy of being uploaded to the channel. So yeah, we're going with the BMW M4 purely because a lot of other people are using the Viper, the Veyron, other cars like the GTR. And I've not seen a single other person using the BMW M4, and it's actually a fairly underrated car. Now, pretty much similar to the Monza race, you will need the slipstream. However, when you've got the slipstream, you can do quite well. So if you do enjoy these videos, make sure you do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate everyone that takes the time to do that. So let's get on with this race. Starting from P3 in the first race that we're going to see today, driving, like I say, the BMW M4. So going into turn 1, you can see we've got some very fast drivers in this race. We've got some top split FIA drivers that we're racing against, driving. I think they're both from the Viper at the moment, and we've got, I think it's a Nissan GTR behind us. So this is going to be a tough battle to see if we can get ourselves onto the podium in the BMW and show that this car has got potential. The strong areas for this car is actually this really fast flowing section, and also some of the first sector where we've got them like third and second gear corners. Now, one of the strengths of the BMW is it's very strong at short shifting, so this is another reason why when you have fuel saving races that this car can actually do quite well, because you can short shift out of the corners very early and you won't lose any momentum, so it actually maintains really good pace when you do short shift. So although it's not amazing on fuel, but when you do short shift really low, you can save fuel and maintain a very good pace, and that is why this car does tend to do quite well in them type of races. So you can see here we're able to shift up quite early in the slipstream. I found that not revving out actually helped it out in a way. I found the 7th gear kind of like to be shifted a little bit earlier when you're in the slipstream, because it did gain a lot of momentum. As you can see going through there as well, another very strong area of the track for this BMW is that chicane. It is so strong through there, although I did manage to crash it a few times in some other races. As we go for a move into the final corner there, you can see going side by side with the Viper, maintaining inch perfect there, no contact at all, very clean racing, and that was really nice. We didn't make the move, but really clean racing. You see Nissan GTR now right behind us, gives us a little bump draft there. I think he realised if he pulled out of the slipstream, he probably wouldn't get past, because we had the slipstream to the Viper. As we now work our way down into turn 1, you see heavy braking zone, trying to stay with these 2 Vipers in front of us. Sparks has been doing a lot of racing around this combination and is doing very well. He's actually really fast around there, so you can see kicking up the dust there on the track. I do love these replay cameras. It does look absolutely amazing. I always say this on GT Sport. It looks absolutely stunning as we work our way. Again, almost 3 cars connected together through that corner. Absolutely amazing to see. Very clean driving going on, very close driving as well as we work our way almost like a train into this fast flowing section. And again, this is where the M4 is particularly strong. You can see the lines that we can take through there. We can actually take a much more normal line to the Viper. The Viper tends to understeer a little bit, and that gives us a nice momentum coming out of the final corner of that S-bend and then into this heavy braking zone. And also here, the BMW can brake so late on the brakes. It's so good on the brakes, I noticed, compared to some of the other cars you can see. And the Viper is actually quite a good car on the brakes as well, but the BMW felt amazing on the brakes, and yeah, you can really go for some late lunges in this BMW. So I do recommend you give this car a go, as you're going to see throughout these 3 races that I'm going to show you here. And again, through the corner, we actually made a little mistake there. You can see going through the chicane of death, we clipped that curb, and quite uncharacteristic for this car, it jumped up a little bit and we hit the wall. However, all is not lost. We dropped down to P4, but we're still in this battle for the podium. You can see we still got the slipstreams in the Nissan, and the good thing is here we decided to just let him. There was no point in us defending into that final corner because he was going to overtake us anyway, and also it then enables me to get the slipstream down this straight, and he's going to be able to get in the slipstream with Viper because that GTR is actually faster than their cars. So yeah, works out better to not fight it, let him get in the slipstream. We took back into the slipstream with P3, and then we're back in the battle for the lead here, back into a train battle, but we're now down into P4. So yeah, this race only 4 laps long. I would have liked it to have been perhaps a little bit longer. It would have been nice if maybe it would have been that extra lap, I feel like, or 2 more laps. I feel race A and B, with them being a 20-minute gap between races, I would like them to see an extra lap or 2. There's no reason why there couldn't be 2 extra laps on each combination. I think it would make them just a little bit more enjoyable as we work our way through this section now. Again, you can see that BMW able to take them better lines through there, and we've actually got a run on the Nissan GTR now, and this is, you're going to see now the braking ability of the BMW M4. Can we go for a move into the tight corner? We're going to pull out of the slipstream and brake very late. Then you can see we've actually made the corner perfectly onto the apex. He turned it a little bit early. I think what he was trying to do there, he was trying to like do a cut back, an undercut to go on the right hand side, but he misjudged it slightly, clipped our rear. But yeah, a very nice move into that tight hairpin, and now we work our way through the chicane of death, where we managed to get through nice and clean. Actually do that really well. You can see we actually gained quite a nice chunk of time onto P2 there. So now coming into the final corner, can we go for a move? No, we're too far back to go for a move here. You can see there's no point trying to go for a lunge into that final corner. All that's going to happen is you're going to lose a lot of time. But yeah, final lap now. Can we maintain this P3 or maybe progress up into P2 or 1? Let's see how this goes now as we work our way down into turn 1. You can see that P2 is getting a massive slipstream off of P1 there. Sparks in the lead. Is Survey going to go for the move? He is. He's going to pull out of the slipstream and he's going to try and take that late braking zone into turn 1. Are they going to go side by side through here? Sparks manages to hold the wide line, just avoid each other. That was super close between both of them there, but Survey just managed to get through. But however, the GTR managed to get a really great run through that corner as I was being very cautious with them going side by side, and he managed to make a move. We go sideways through there, almost drifting through the corner into the braking zone, and we're now having a bit of a battle for the last lap for the lead of this race. You can see almost 3 cars side by side up ahead. You can see 2 cars and the GTR's trying to get involved. We're trying to get involved as well. As we go through this really fast section, we see an opportunity and we go side by side with the Nissan GTR. This is great driving, and again, this is what I want to be bringing to the channel more and more. I don't really want to concentrate on the bad stuff. I want to be concentrating on the good stuff, and this is absolutely brilliant driving side by side there through that really fast section, and we make that move. He's going to try and brake later here. We hold a straight line into the braking zone. No way that GTR is going to be able to outbrake the M4. The M4 is so strong on the brakes. And now we're going to go into the final chicane of death for the final time, and you can see they're going side by side. If we can hook this corner up, we might have a chance of the win. As we go through the corner, we unfortunately get a bit of undersit and we mess that up and we don't get the run through there, and that was quite frustrating, because I think if we would have got the run, we could have maybe fought for P2 or maybe had a battle into turn 1 and the final corner for the final positions of the race. But you can see they're going to go side by side. Sparks is going to go for a move on the inside. It's going to be a drag race to the finishing line between Survey and Sparks. We look like we're going to get P3, the GTR a little bit too far behind there. So first race of the day, we come home in P3, and Survey just about photo finishes it there for P1. A great race, and that's a nice way to start today's video. Next up, we go again, still in the BMW, because I really wanted to get a win in this BMW. This time Survey is not in this race. However, we still have Sparks and we still have the Nissan GTR from the previous race to battle against. Let's see how we can do this time. So this time, starting from P2 in this race, let's get it on the way, and let's see where we can finish this time at Dragon Trail Seaside. So yeah, first race, actually quite insane. I actually had quite a lot of fun at this Daily Race B. Like I say, it could do with being definitely a little bit longer. I think the 4 laps, I've always said it, Daily Race B I feel should be at least 6 laps long for a race of a lap time of this this distance. I feel like them extra 2 laps would make it a little bit more enjoyable, because I do actually have quite a lot of fun whenever I do jump onto these race A's and B's and stuff like that. As I was saying, I'm probably going to try and do a similar video to this with race A's, although race A has been a lot harder to try and get any sort of content on so far this week. I have managed to get 1 race so far. I'm going to try and get a couple of more to add into a video, and we'll edit it together in a similar fashion to what we've done here. As we follow now Sparks in the slipstream, you can see we've actually managed to break away from the Nissan GTR so far in this race. So it looks like we've just got myself and Sparks. However, with these short races, we're not thinking of getting to the end by bump drafting or anything like that. We want to make these races entertaining, and we're going to go for moves. We're not going to be worrying about position we finish. So if we see an opportunity to go for an overtake, we're going to go for that overtake, and I'm going to try and see if I can gain a position as we follow Sparks very closely. And again, through here you can see the BMW really nice through this section. You're going to see just how good it is for you. Look at this, almost doesn't budge over the curb there, flat out through there. Got a really nice exit. You can see me pressing the pause button because my force feedback had gone really heavy again. Quite frustrating. It seems to be an issue with the PS5, but yeah, once you press start and unpause it like that, you don't lose any time really, because auto drive takes over. and it seems to fix the issue of the wheel going a little bit heavy. But yeah, now down into turn 1, you can see we're going to get the slipstream off Sparks. Are we going to try and go for a move into turn 1? You can see I'm getting slipstream. He's going to go defensive. He sees the possibility of a move coming. We're going to try and take the BMW round the outside. Not the fastest car. You can see I do quite a wide line because I didn't want to scrub too much speed off, so I did quite a gentle input into them. We go side by side through it. Great driving again between ourselves and Sparks there. Side by side, no contact. Sparks very good defensive driving there. Kept the inside, kept his car in the right place. We tried to go around the outside. No way we could really do much as we go through there, bumping through the corner there. Car flying up in the air, and managed to hold on to P2. However, that move, going for that move there, has actually brought the Nissan GTR back into the action. You can see right behind us now, the Nissan is right in that slipstream. So yeah, if this was a longer race, I probably wouldn't have gone for a move there. But with it being a 4-lap race, we want some entertainment, we want some fun, and I went for the move. We didn't pull it off, but we're going to try again and see if we can go for a move. So we skip ahead to the start of lap 3, going down the main straight. You can see again we've got an opportunity of a move on Sparks. This time though, we've got the Nissan GTR to the left, so I thought we're going to have to brake a little bit later than what we did before to try and make this move. Unfortunately, we've braked a little bit too late. You can see trying to struggle to slow the car down. We run a little bit wide, just about luckily stopped it from going onto the gravel, which would have gave me massively dirty tyres. And you can see that we've lost the slipstream now to the front too. So unfortunately, we're a little bit far behind them. We're going to have to rely on them battling to see if we can get back involved with this battle. As you see going through the tight right hand corner, you see about 1.3, 1.2 seconds behind. So a bit annoying, but yeah, we wanted to go for the overtake. It didn't work. But now we're back in the race. You can see jumping to the end of the race, lap 4. The top 2 have been battling a bit. We've had nice clean air and we've managed to catch them up. You can see going through the fast flowing corners, and we've almost in that slipstream there, going into the final corner. We're pretty much in it now as we go into the heavy braking zone. They're going to go side by side. This is great for me. If they battle more, we might see an opportunity to go for an overtake somewhere. So yeah, we've got just about 2 or 3 corners to try and go for a move. You can see they're going to go side by side through there. That's going to give us even more momentum now through the chicane of death. Can we manage to hold on to this position? You can see Sparks has actually been overtaken by the Nissan GTR. We've got a really good run going through the chicane now, flat out through there. Absolutely nailed it. And now we're going to get a run on Sparks. You can see BMW hasn't got the legs to get past that Viper. The Viper's got the slipstream. We're going to have the advantage of being on the outside. Can we manage to hold this? We brake really late round the outside. We're going to go side by side with Sparks through here. Managed to hold a perfect line with that angle that we took through the corner. And we've actually managed to get ourselves up to P2. And now we're going to take that really tight line to the left. Try and have a drag race now to the finishing line. And you can see all 3 cars within a second of each other. And luckily we managed to hold on to P2. So what amazing racing. Actually within 2/10 of each other, I think it was there. All 3 cars. Amazing racing. Thoroughly enjoyable. And another great race that we've had at Dragon Trail. So we started the first race, P3. Second race, P2. Can we finally get a win? This time we have not got Sparks. However, we have the Mazda in front of us that has actually managed a very, very fast time on the time trial. I think he's done a 1 minute 43.6. So quite a fast driver. Can we manage to take on the Mazda this time? A different challenge, different car. It's going to have different qualities. I haven't come up against this car yet in a race like this. So yeah, let's see what we can do against P1 in this race as we go into turn 1. He's going to brake a little bit too late here. You can see he actually brakes really late there, and he's going to struggle to slow the car down. We take the normal line, cut back on the inside here, give him a bit of space, and we go up the inside and we take the lead of this race already. So lap 1 into the lead of the race. Now we've got to try and hold off the drivers in the BMW. Now this isn't actually as bad. Like I say, I've actually managed to do a 43.9 in time trial with this BMW. I think it will do a 43.6 or 7 if you really pushed it. It's actually quite a fast car, so if you do get your head down, you can actually get quite good lap times out of it. However, this Mazda behind us, I found was very, very, very fast in the slipstream. It seemed to be almost not far off some of the power cars in terms of its slipstream speed. You'll see it gaining on the straights. It's really got some grunt to it. So going into the braking zone, we're going to have to go slightly defensive there, but we've managed to get enough of a lead there where we don't have to go overly aggressively defensive. But you can see with that four-wheel drive traction that Tenza gets, it's able to really get the power down. So I found that in the traction zones, in acceleration, it looked very, very fast. But also through here, I think the four-wheel drive cars tend to be quite smooth through the chicane. However, he seemed to lift a little bit there. Maybe he was a little bit too close to my car. It's one thing that I do struggle with the view that I use. If I'm very close to another car, I tend to have to give it a little lift just to be a bit of a safety lift, let's call it, just in case we clip the wall or anything. But we've managed to survive that first lap now, still in the lead of this race. And can we hold on to this position though? This is going to be the real struggle. Have we got the ability in the BMW with the straight line pace to hold on? You can see that Mazda building up the slipstream down the straight. Is he going to be able to go for a move into turn one? We're going to possibly go, are we going to go, yeah, we're going to go defensive into turn one. You can see there, he's going to try and hold that wider line to get better exit speed. We managed to take quite a nice defensive line for them. He actually makes a bit of a mistake in the middle of the apex, and that gives me a little bit of a run and a little bit of a breathing space. So we're going to fast forward the action as he tries to catch back up in the slipstream, which he just about managed to stay in the slipstream. So he just stayed within that 7/10 range, and now going into the tight hairpin, you can see he's got a massive slipstream up into here. And you can see again just how fast that car is in the slipstream into the heavy braking zone. A great thing with the BMW though is you can brake very late. He's going to try and hold the outside line through there, but again the BMW quite strong through that corner, I noticed, with the way you can shift gears very early. So he was unable to go for there. As we watch from the replay camera, all going through here, you can see a bit of a gap to P3. Looks like we've broke the slipstream, but look at that, so close through there. Great camera action as we work our way to the end of lap 2, and in pursuit of the win with P3 right on our tail. You can see he's going to go for, is he going to go for a move through here? No, he's going to try and take a wider line. So what he's trying to do there, he's trying to take that wider line through the corner and get a stronger exit speed, so that it enables him then to go aggressively into the braking zone. You can see he's got the run, and what happened is I tried to go to the inside to defend it, so I actually lifted off the throttle to give him that position. You can see I came off the throttle because I ended up blocking him, so I didn't mean to do it. That's why I gave him the position. He puts the hazards on to say thank you, because I went to go into the inside line to block it, but it was like one of them moments when you're walking through a door and you all walk into the same position. But yeah, we decided to give that. I think it was the right thing to do to give him that position, because I ended up blocking him. So yeah, we give him that position. Now we've got to try and find the way, as you can see, right behind him through there, and following him right on his bumper. Absolutely brilliant camera action again with the replay camera, and now working our way into that really fast section. Can we possibly find a position to go for a move through here? Both cars are pretty strong through this section, I think. You can see the Mazda actually took a little bit too much speed though. You could actually see him pull away from my car. He actually took a bit too much speed, which has compromised his lines through there, and now we've got quite a nice run into the heavy braking zone. Are we going to be able to go for a move? We're going to go to the left hand side. Can we brake late and try and outdo the Mazda? But the Mazda again quite strong on the brakes. We're going to try and go around the outside. That's not going to work with the Mazda's traction that car has got, so pretty equal on the traction zones. And now we're going to come through to the chicane. Can we go for a move through here? So working our way through here, this is where we're really strong. The BMW, we know he's able to take that corner almost, well, pretty every time flat out. The odd time you have a little hiccup, but we managed to do it that time flat out. We're going to have a little look up the inside to go for a move. However, I decided to tactically not go for a move there, and I think he thought I was going to go for it, so he brakes very late, and that is good for me because I've gone for the wider line and given myself a good exit. And now we're going to try and go for a move down the main straight into turn one. Can we make this move work on the final lap to take a victory in the final race? So working our way now down into the braking zone. We're going to go to the inside because he seems to cover that position straight away. So we're going to have to brake very, very late and try and hold it on the outside for the first part of the chicane. And then we'll have the inside for the second part. So we brake very late. He's took that wide line. We've managed to hold that. We're going to give him space on the left there. And we've managed to take that position on the final lap of the race. And we're up into P1. He's going to try and hold it around the left-hand side. Now you can see on that bottom right-hand corner replay, we take the curb massively there and manage to hold on to the position. You can see he's still right behind us, so he's going to be in a prime position to go for a move into the very tight right-hand corner after the fast-flowing S-bends through here. Will he be able to go for a move? You can see he's holding back there, giving himself the run now in that Mazda, but however, he's took quite a weird line again through there. Maybe the Mazda is very difficult to rotate through them fast corners, but the most important thing is he's got that massive slipstream now, and we're going to have to go defensive. You can see he's going to go to the left, and he's going to try and do the cutback. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and brake very late and hold it very tight on the apex here. So holding it tight on the apex, on the power nice and early, almost drifting the rear through the corner and managing to hold on again to the lead in this race. This has been another great race. 3 brilliant races at Dragon Trail, and I've actually really enjoyed some of the races that I've been involved with at this track. I've had really good fun driving a car that we've not seen anyone else using. Everyone else has been using a lot of different cars. I don't think I've seen a single person using a BMW, but I do recommend giving it a go. Very easy to drive and very nice and smooth as we go through the final corner. He takes that really wide line, and this time it's the opposite. I take that really narrow line, unfortunately run wide onto the curb, and now this is going to be a drag race to the finishing line. Just look at the acceleration of that Mazda as we come to the finishing line, and we just about take the win by a fraction of a second. You can see, just look how close that is on the timing, almost a photo finish. So yeah, luckily we managed to hold on to it and we take the win in this final race of the day. If you did enjoy them videos and them races, please do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification button so you don't miss any future videos. I had great fun at Daily Race B, and we'll be back with another video for Daily Race A following a similar structure to this. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back soon. Take care, stay safe everyone.